Back with a video on the old 99 Tercel. This time, I'm going to be doing work on the timing belt and replacing a few oil seals. First thing you'll need to do is remove the tire. Now that you have the wheel off, you'll be able to get to these 10mm bolts. There's one there, and two over here on the lower rad support. Undo those and you can get the splash shield off and you'll be able to get to the pulleys. Now when you finally get your belts off, and if you're like me, they were seized on there, you got to take this bolt off, loosen this bolt here, and I loosened this bolt here. Oh, there it is. And that one just down there. I don't know if you can see it. There it is right there. Just beside the one that you had previously loosened off. Loosen those ones off and you should be able to move this power steering pump enough to get it undone. Then undo your alternator. You undo that bolt there. And another one down here. There it is right there. You undo that one and you'll be able to move it. Go ahead and adjust your pulley, or turn the engine rather, in a clockwise direction so that the little notch that's on the pulley lines up with the 0 timing mark on the cover here. Now undo these 4 pulley bolts and the center pulley bolt. Then you'll be able to pull your pulley off. Now get your pulley puller on the pulley. Tighten down those bolts. That's much better. Tighten down those bolts and go ahead and start cranking on the end here. And let the pulley puller do its job. It'll pull the pulley clean off, nice and easy. Now what you gotta do is, unfortunately, you have to remove the power steering pump. And what you're gonna do is remove the bolt from here, and there's another one down there, a lower bolt. You're going to remove those 2 mounting bolts and just bend it out of place. Then you're going to struggle to take off the top and bottom timing covers. Yep, still struggling with the bottom one. Undo all of your bolts. There's one back there that's a real pain in the ass to get to. Good luck. I hope you have small hands. And then just work the cover out of the way. Before you take off the lower timing belt cover down here, make sure that the notch in the pulley is matched up with the 0 timing mark on the cover. Then make sure that the 5E meets up with the indent in the back of the cam housing. You'll see a little hole like that one, only however it's right about there. And that'll mean you're all timed up. Pull off your pulley after you've made sure it's all timed up. There we go. And pull off the cover. And there you have it. You now have access to your timing system. Next we're going to go ahead and remove the belt, and there is a tensioner up there. I'm going to undo that bolt on that tensioner right there. And the belt is off. Now once you've got your timing belt off, you can go ahead, and you may need a screwdriver to pry at this. This one just slides right off. Go ahead and pull the timing belt pulley off. It will just pull off by hand. Nothing secures it. And I'm going to be replacing this seal here. It's pretty blown out. I don't know if you can tell, but there is lots of crap in there. Look at all that oil. Yeah, definitely time for a change. So there it is. I pulled it out. I wasn't able to do it by hand. I had to use my impact. But don't worry, it wasn't damaged at all. As you can clearly see here, it did not poke through at all. So we are all good. And it's easy just to pry out. Pry right here on the housing. Not on the face of the housing, just on the corner there, and be very gentle. Don't force anything. You don't want to damage anything. Now, I'm also going to replace the cam seal as well here, in behind here. So what you have to do is get something in there, down in between there, wedge it in between there and the housing here, and get a 14 millimeter and just hit that this way towards the car until this nut breaks free. Then you pull it off, and you can get that seal out the same way that we got the other one out. Okay, so I got it off, as you can see. Sorry I wasn't able to show you guys how I got it off. It was a little bit tricky. Just be careful you don't score any of the surface on the inside or even the outside. It's very important that you don't do that. That's why I prefer to put a screw in and pry out on the outsides here. So I'm going to show you how to put the new one in. It's very simple. Take your new one here, and you try your damnedest to get it over top. There you go. Okay, I've already got the new seal in. I'm going to use the old seal to help it along. And we have enough room here. That's what it should look like when it's all said and done there. Seal is in. Hopefully this thing will stop leaking now. Now you can put your belt pulley back on, your timing belt pulley back on. There you go. That's on. Start putting everything else back together. Alright, now we're in the home stretch and we can put the timing belt back on. Woo! I'm going to need two hands to do this, and I don't think you're going to get a very good view of what I'm doing, so I'll have to come back to it. So now that I have been able to get the belt on, it was a little tight. I ended up having to walk it on a little bit around the top of the sprocket here. It's easier to go from the bottom to the top, just like Drake. Alright? Then you're going to loosen this down there. You're going to loosen that bolt for the tensioner. Let the tensioner get some tension on it, onto the belt again. And then you're going to go down there and put the nut on the camshaft or the crankshaft there, and you're going to